Okay, today topic is Bayat-Savart law. Very important topic for the 3 marks. Okay, what is Bayat-Savart law? What is the use of this law that I am going to explain? The Bayat-Savart law is useful to find out the strength of the magnetic field or the magnetic induction produced around the current carrying conductor. To find out the magnetic induction or the magnetic field generated by the current carrying conductor, we use the Bayat-Savart law. Then what is this Bayat-Savart law? Let us take a current carrying wire. This is a current carrying wire. It carries some current. Let us consider it carries I current. Okay, this is the current carrying wire. It carries the I current. On this current carrying wire, I am taking a small element, okay, small part whose length is dl. Dl is the length of the small part, right? And due in this, some current is passes, that is I. From the center of the current element, from the center of the current element at a point P, I want to find out the magnetic induction. I want to find out the magnetic induction. Then the magnetic induction due to small current element, that means it is a wire, current carrying wire, this one. Okay, this is a wire, current carrying wire. It carries I current on that small element I am taking. What is dl at here? Dl is the length of the small element. Dl is length of small element. Length of small element. Okay, and it has the it we can take it as a vector. We can take it as a vector. Okay, right? And now ideal, if the current is multiplied with the small element, then we can say that it is a current element. Current element. Okay, this length also we can take as like displacement vector. We can take it as a vector. Okay, and its direction is, okay, we can take it as a displacement vector, and its direction is along the direction of the current. Its direction is along the direction of current. This is a current element. Okay, current is multiplied with the element, then we say that it is a current element. Now I want to find out the magnetic induction or the magnetic field due to current element. This is a small current element. Due to this, I want to find out the magnetic induction at certain distance. I will take that distance as smaller. Okay, smaller is the distance of the point where I want to find out the magnetic induction due to the current element. Then according to Bayat-Savart law, according to Bayat-Savart law, what is the magnetic induction? Magnetic induction at a distance, magnetic induction at point P is depends upon some factors. First point is magnetic induction B is directly proportional to the current. Directly proportional to the current. Right, the magnetic induction due to small element, due to small current element, due to small element at point P, magnetic induction we can consider as dB. That magnetic induction is directly proportional to current. If more current passes, more magnetic field will be generated. This is dB is the small magnetic field due to the small element only. If due to total current carrying wire, the magnetic field is B, right? But I am taking that only magnetic induction or the magnetic field due to small element, that is directly proportional to the current. And the next one is the magnetic induction is also directly proportional to the magnetic induction is directly proportional to the length of element. Directly proportional to length of element. What is element? That is the dl is the element length. Okay, the magnetic induction is directly proportional to the length of element. This we can consider as equation 1, and this we can consider as the equation 2. And next, the magnetic induction depends upon some other factors that we are going to discuss now. The third point is that magnetic induction dB is directly proportional to the sine theta. What is theta? What is theta in this? You see here, let us see. Here the element length is the dl. Okay, element length is the dl. That dl is making some angle with the r. This angle is called as the theta. Theta is the angle between the dl and r bar. Okay, dl and r bar. Here we write like this. That is, the magnetic induction dB due to small element is directly proportional to the angle, sine of angle. This is equation 3, right? And here theta is what? Theta is angle between dl bar and r bar. Okay, we take the dl as a vector and r also vector. Angle between them is the theta. Fourth factor, that is the magnetic induction due to current element is inversely proportional to the square of distance of point P from center of element. You see here, what is this? Magnetic induction. Okay, this is the center of element. From the center of element where I want to find out the magnetic induction, that point is P. P point distance from the center of element is R. If you the magnetic induction at point P depends upon R also, right? That is inversely proportional to the square of distance of point P from center of element. That means we write the magnetic induction is inversely proportional to the square of distance. This is equation 4. Now we can combine these all. The magnetic induction due to small element depends upon few factors, that is the current, and second factor is that length of element. Okay, we take the length of element like this. Length of element is not L, it is the dl. Na? We have to write the dl at here. dB proportional to dl. Current magnetic induction due to straight current carrying wire depends upon, okay, magnetic induction due to current element depends upon the current, length of element, sine of angle, and inversely proportional to the square of distance. These are the factors. Now we can combine all of these things, then we will get from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We can combine all of these 4 factors, then we will get dB first proportional to current, next proportional to length of element, next proportional to sine of angle, inversely proportional denominator the square of distance. Okay, when the proportionality is removed, when if you remember this one, you can get every point, right? And that is, you should remember the proportionality constant. That is, when the proportionality is removed, we will get a constant, that is a mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sine theta by r square. You should remember this formula. This is the formula according to the Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart, a very important formula. This is very important for the 3 marks. Very simple it is. Just you should remember this formula. According to this formula, we say that magnetic induction directly proportional to current, length of element, sine of angle, and inversely proportional to the square of distance. Yes? Constant. whenever you remove the proportionality, in any time, if the proportionality is removed, you will get some constant. Okay, that constant value we can find out practically, right? And that they got it as the mu naught by 4 pi. Every time, if in any formula, if you remove the proportionality, you will get, yes, that, yes, something, any constant it will be, but that constant they will find out based on the practical, and that practical constant value in this case is mu naught by 4 pi, where mu naught, he gave some value for the mu naught, and he gave some name for everywhere. We will give some constant name. For example, universal gravitational law is there, F proportional to m1 m2, F proportional to 1 by r square. When the proportionality is removed, we will get a constant capital G. Then the capital G practical value is there, capital G, some name is there, right? That capital G is called as a universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant, it has some name, some value also, that is a 6 point some 67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square, like this. And if you go for the Coulomb's law also, you will, when the proportionality is removed, you will get some constant, that is a 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. And that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught has some value, that is 9 into 10 to the power of 9, right? Like this, everywhere when the proportionality is removed, we will get some constant, and that constant value we will find practically, and that will not change for certain formula. Understood, Rohan? Mu naught is the permeability of free space. Mu naught has some name, permeability. Okay, every constant has some name, right? Here the mu naught name is the permeability of free space, and every constant also it has some value, and that here the mu naught value is, mu naught value is just like this, we have to write mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Henry per meter is the unit. Okay, right? This is the mu naught value, you should remember. Okay, this is the magnetic induction due to current element. Now this we have to write in vector form. How we can write the Biot-Savart law in vector form? What is the mathematical form of Biot-Savart law? It is the mathematical form of Biot-Savart law. You see here, this is the, this we got from Biot-Savart law only, right? That's why it is said to be mathematical form of Biot-Savart law. Mathematical form means equation form of Biot-Savart law, right? Mathematical form of Biot-Savart law. Okay, understood, right? I want to express this in vector form. How we can express this in vector form, right? Yes, what? It is not h by m what? H is the Henry. It is, everything has some unit now, right? Then every physical quantity has some unit. Then that unit is here, the unit of the mu naught value. Mu naught has some unit, right? And that unit is the Henry per meter. Henry per meter. How you will get this one, you will learn in the next chapter. Okay, and next chapter we will discuss about the magnetism. In magnetism chapter, you will learn clearly about the mu naught, what is mu naught, what is the effect of mu naught, and how you got this unit. Everything you will learn in the next chapter only, that is the 5th chapter, magnetism. Just here you remember the mu naught unit is Henry per meter. Henry is the unit of the self inductance or the mutual inductance. Okay, Henry per meter. Okay, h by m, Henry per meter. And next, vector form of Biot-Savart law. How we write the vector form of Biot-Savart law? Vector form of Biot-Savart law. Previously, one more question they asked in the CBSE board exam, that is write vector form of Biot-Savart law. Just we have to write in equation form. For that, what we have to do it here, that is dB bar, we have to write dB bar. dB bar is equal to, we have to write like this. For this, what we have to do, mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sine theta by r square. This we write as dl bar cross r bar by r cube we write. This is the vector form of Bayes-Savart law. Okay, vector form of Bayes-Savart law. What do you know the formula for the a bar plus b bar? Anybody knows? A bar plus b bar formula is what? Anybody? Vectors can be multiplied in two ways. One is a dot product and other one is a cross product. Huh? AB sin theta, right? AB sin theta. This is the right. If dot product is there, AB cos theta will be there. You write here dl bar cross r bar. We can write as dl into r into sin theta. A bar cross b bar is AB sin theta. dl bar cross r bar is dlr sin theta. dlr sin theta. Here denominator r cube is there. One r will be cancelled. You will get this one. Same equation 5 you will get. Is it correct or not? Okay, if you have doubt, I will write one more step at here. Nu naught by 4 pi into, I will do one thing, that is I will multiply with r and divide with r. dlr sin theta, dlr sin theta by r cube. Any problem? Equation 5. From equation 5, what I am doing, the same thing I am writing, but I am multiplying with r and dividing with r. Any problem, students? No. Then here in the numerator dlr sin theta is there, na? dlr sin theta we write as dl bar cross r bar. Yes or no? AB sin theta we write as a bar cross b bar. dl into r sin theta we write as dl bar cross r bar. Yes or no? No problem, na? If you understood, you say understood. Otherwise, not understood. Say something. Yes, how you got this equation? You understood. A b sin theta formula is there, a bar cross b bar. Like that, dl into r sin theta we write as dl bar cross r bar. Okay, right. This is vector form. How then? If you write in the denominator r square, it will be wrong. Okay, in the magnitude it is r square is there, but in denominator it will be not r. What is theta at here? Theta is angle between the dl and r. dl is the length of small element and r is the position vector. Okay, and next, magnetic induction due to total current carrying wire. If you want magnetic induction due to current carrying wire, total magnetic induction I want. Previously I find out the magnetic induction due to only small element. Magnetic induction due to small element is dB. You see here, oh, this is the Bayes-Savart law. This is a current carrying wire. On that current carrying wire, we took the small element. We took the small element, that in that small element length is dl. Due to that, the magnetic induction is dB, that we find out. But I want the magnetic induction due to total current carrying wire. Then we have to do the integration. Okay, integration is nothing but summation only. Okay, if you do the integration of the small value, you will get the total value, right? Magnetic induction due to total current carrying wire, if you want, then we write as B is equal to integration dB. Integration dB, what we write? Integration dB we write as dB formula is what? Mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. Magnitude of the dB from equation 5, you will get this one. This I am writing from equation 5. Okay, right. And here we can go and I will show you the equation 5. Okay, you see dB is equal to naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. That is actual Bayes-Savart law, right? And this equation 6 is also Bayes-Savart law, but that is in equation that is in vector form. That is in vector form. Okay, now magnetic induction due to total current carrying wire. Here, if you do the integration, you will get. Okay, right. And now, if you want, you can keep some constants outside. Nu naught I sin theta by 4 pi r square into integration dl we write, or otherwise we can leave it like that only. There is no problem. Just we have to do the integration, then we will get the final formula. Okay, or otherwise you can keep something outside also if you want. We know Nu naught by 4 pi is a constant. Remaining may or may not constants. Then we write here inside. Then we can get this equation for the total magnetic induction. This we can take as equation 7. This is about Biot-Savart law. According to the Biot-Savart law, one thing we say that the magnetic induction in magnetic huh? B is the magnetic induction or the magnetic field or the magnetic flux density. This will show the strength of the magnetic field. Strength of the magnetic field we can find out by using a physical quantity, that is the magnetic induction. Okay, around the current carrying wire magnetic field will be produces. Then field strength we can find by using a physical quantity. Its name is the magnetic induction. Okay, its name is the magnetic induction. Field strength, capacity of the field, whether the field is strong or weak, that will depends upon the B value. Okay, B shows the indicates the strength of the magnetic field which is generated around the current carrying wire. Yesterday I gave the definition for B also. B definition, B unit I gave. Force experienced by the unit north pole kept at a point in the magnetic field. If the more force experienced in the magnetic field, then the more field will be there. Less force experiences, less field will be there. Every day you should read the topics and you should revise. Okay, simply if you will come and see or the watch the lectures like in the cinema hall, if we go for the cinema, then we will see the film and we will come back and we will not revise them. Then similarly, if you will go for the physics, you cannot get anything. On the same day, you should read and you should practice and you should write and you should learn some extra points from the textbooks and you should go for the exercise problems or something like that. If you will do the hard work, you will get the clear concept of the physics. Okay, that is the very important. Everyday reading is very important, the most important. At least you have to read the notes or you have to read whatever that I am teaching. Okay, and next one is the magnetic induction. Magnetic induction is perpendicular to the always perpendicular to the plane containing dl bar and r bar. What I am telling that if for example you know that c bar is equal to a bar plus b bar. For example, this is a plane. Okay, this is considered as the nail head we can consider. Okay, this is some or bottle cap you can consider. On the bottle cap I am taking the two vectors. Okay, one you take a bar, other you take b bar. Okay, one you take a bar and other you take as the b bar. Here this side I am taking the b bar. And there is some angle between them. When you rotate this one bottle cap from a bar to b bar, at the moment either bottle moves up or down sometimes, right? The direction of the motion of the bottle is c bar. C bar is always perpendicular to a bar and always perpendicular to b bar. You can rotate the bottle cap. If you rotate the bottle cap, then how it will goes? Either the bottle cap maybe moves. This is the bottle cap. When you rotate the bottle cap, right, in clockwise it goes down. If you rotate in anti-clockwise it goes up. It will become loose and it will be open. If you want to open the cap, you should rotate in anti-clockwise. If you want to fix the cap to the bottle, you should rotate in clockwise. Then with the rotation the cap is moving in some direction, right? in that direction the C bar will be there. You remember that if C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar, if C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar, there is a formula C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. Okay, in this the C bar is always perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. C bar is always perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. Okay, C bar perpendicular to A bar, C bar perpendicular to B bar, and C bar is always perpendicular to A bar and B bar also. Perpendicular to plane which contains the A bar and B bar. You rotate the cap from A to B, you write A and B on cap, okay, cap, top of cap, and you rotate the cap in which direction the cap is moving, and that is the direction of C. Okay, A, B are on the surface of cap and C is the motion of the cap. Okay, that either it moves upward or downward, right? It will goes like that. C bar is always perpendicular to A bar and B bar. Similarly, here also we have the vector form of Bayes-Savart law, that is nu naught by 4 pi into I into dl bar cross r bar by r cube we got. Here also same, dB is equal to some constant into dl bar plus r bar we got. That indicates that the dB is always perpendicular to dl bar and dB is always perpendicular to r bar. The direction of the dB is always perpendicular to dl and r. That indicates that magnetic induction is always perpendicular to the plane containing dl and r. Any doubt, students? If C bar equal to A bar plus B bar, C perpendicular to A bar and B bar. If dB equal to dl bar plus R bar, then dB perpendicular to dl and dB perpendicular to R bar. If we can also see like this, by taking example also you can take. For example, C bar is equal to, we have A bar plus B bar, okay? I am taking A bar is in along the x-axis. X-axis means I cap we write. B bar is along y-axis, you take J cap. A bar is along x-axis, B bar is along y-axis. What about the direction of the C bar? Can you tell the C bar direction? Huh? I cap cross J cap is what? Anybody from the class? I cap cross J cap is what? 11th class knowledge. Nobody knows. Right now? Huh? What a dangerous condition. We have I cap, J cap, K cap. This you can take like this, you should draw. I cap cross J cap means next one you will get K cap. J cap cross K cap means I cap. K cap cross I cap means J cap. IJ you will get K. JK you will get I. KI you will get as J. Next one you will get. That means I cap cross J cap you will get as K cap. A bar is along x axis. X axis indicates I cap. B bar is along y axis. B bar indicates y axis. But C bar is the z axis. K indicates the z axis. I, X, J, Y, K, Z. If A bar, B bar are along x and y axis respectively, then A bar plus B bar is along the z axis. C bar is along the z axis. Z axis is always perpendicular to x axis and y axis. Like that, the C bar is always perpendicular to A bar and B bar, because K cap equal to I cap cross J cap you will get. C bar is the K cap. Right? A bar is the I cap, B bar is the J cap. Ij if you take K you will get. That means K is perpendicular to I, K is perpendicular to J. K is the Z axis. Z axis is perpendicular to X axis, Z axis is perpendicular to Y axis. Like that, if any cross product is there, then the cross product, if you will get some value after the cross product, that one is always perpendicular to the vectors that you are multiplying. Understood? Okay, let's go for the next topic. This is about the Bayes-Savart law, very important topic. Bayes-Savart law, okay, and its vector form, and by using Bayes-Savart law, magnetic field direction. Next topic is let's go for some applications of this one Bayes-Savart law. Very important applications. First, let us go for some applications. The first application is that magnetic induction at the center of current carrying coil. Magnetic induction at the center of current carrying loop or coil. This is our topic. What we have to do it here? We have to find out the magnetic induction at the center of current carrying coil or the loop. We have to apply the Bayes-Savart law at here. Okay, 1 minute. I will drink the water. Okay, let us see. What I want to find out, magnetic induction at the center of current carrying coil or the loop. Let's go for it. This is considered as a loop, circular loop. At the center of circular is missing here. Circle at the center of circular current carrying coil or the loop. Okay, let us see here. This is a circular current carrying loop. And it carries some current. We can take the current as I. It is carrying I current. And capital R we can consider as the radius. Okay, capital R is the radius. Capital R is the radius of the coil. I want the magnetic induction at the center due to this current carrying coil. B I want to find out at the center. Then further what you have to do, what is the procedure according to the Bayes-Savart law? In order to apply the Bayes-Savart law, we have to, this is a current carrying wire, on that you should take the small element. And where if you want to find out the field at a certain point, that point distance you should know, that is R. And this angle also you should know, angle between the DL and R. These are the requirements, right? To apply the Bayes-Savart law, that are the requirements. Let us see and whether we will fulfill that application requirements or not. This is the current carrying wire, and this is the point P. Here I want to find out the magnetic induction. That point distance from element is the r. Okay, this angle is theta. At that moment the dp formula is what? Yes, tell me, somebody, have you remembered? Just now Bayes-Savart law is completed, that is right. Nu naught by 4 pi into ideal sine theta by r square. This is the formula that we have to apply, right? And in order to apply this formula, what we have to do it here, right? We have to take the small element on the loop. Okay, let us start. The small element I will take. This is the small element that I am taking on the loop. Okay, small element I am taking. That the small element length we will take as dl. Okay, small element length is dl, and it is making some angle with the r. That angle is 90 degree. This is the smaller distance of the point P where you want to find out the magnetic induction. That is smaller. I want to find out the magnetic induction at the center. That point distance from the center of the element, okay, from the center of the element is smaller. That smaller equal to capital R here. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me, because it is also very important. Capital R is what? Radius of circular, okay, I will tell. Radius of circular coil or the loop is capital R. Okay, and the dl is the small element, and the theta is angled in the, this formula we have to apply it here. You see, this point P is what? This is Bayes-Savart law, na? Yes or no? This is Bayes-Savart law. In order to apply the Bayes-Savart law, what is this? dl is the small element we are taking. From the center of the element at certain distance smaller, I want to find out the magnetic induction. Right? Yes or no? Here I want to find out, this is the circular loop. Here it is in like this, it is there, current carrying wire. Here in circle shape it is there. On the circle I am taking the small element. Then from the small element where you want to find out the magnetic induction, that point distance according to the formula it is smaller. You see, where you want to find out the magnetic induction, that point is, you follow the cursor. Where you want to find out the magnetic induction, that point distance from the center of the element is smaller according to the formula. But according to this figure, right, I want to find out the magnetic induction at the center. That point distance from the center of the small element, that red color one is the small element, right? That is the smaller. But actually I am taking, that is the radius of the circular coil, that is a capital R. Okay, that means the radius of the circle is capital R, but according to the formula it is a smaller. According to the formula, point distance of the point where you want to find out the smaller. Okay, आप कहा मैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन फाइंड आउट करना चाहता है, उस पॉइंट डिस्टेंस एलिमेंट से स्मॉलर है. मैंने इधर सर्कुलर सेंटर में मैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन फाइंड आउट करना चाहता है, उस पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस सेंटर ऑफ कॉइल एलिमेंट से कैपिलर होगा, बट ये कैपिलर ये फार्मूला से स्मॉलर को इक्वल होगा. कैपिलर इज द रेडियस ऑफ सर्कुलर कॉइल. dl is what? Length of element. Then theta is, dl is the small element length. Length of small element, right? Na? Length of current element. What is theta in the figure? Theta is angled in the dl and r, right? From figure we write dl perpendicular to r, is it right? Okay, according to the Bayes-Savart law, magnetic induction due to small element. Magnetic induction due to small element. Magnetic induction due to small current element dl. What is the formula for the magnetic induction? Yes, tell me. Nu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square, right? This is according to what? Based on Bayes-Savart law. Understood? But yes, from figure, smaller is what? Smaller is point p distance from center of the element. Point p distance from center of element is capital R from the figure. This is capital R I am taking. But according to the formula, it is a smaller. Then we write from figure smaller is equal to capital R we write. Okay, and one more point we write here, DL bar perpendicular to R bar from the figure. Right, angle between the DL and R is 90 degree. Is it, you see here, DL is like this there, red color one. Smaller is the black color line, center joining point line. The DL and R are perpendicular to each other, right? Perpendicular 90 degrees there. You substitute in above formulas. Understood this step? Huh? Why you are not giving the reply? Not understood. Now not by 4 pi into ideal. Sin theta is the sin 90. By smaller is capital R square. What you will get it here? Now not by 4 pi into ideal by capital R square you will get. Right? I want the total magnetic induction. This is what magnetic induction due to only small element. I want the magnetic induction, total magnetic induction due to circular current carrying wire. Total magnetic induction at the center of circular loop. If you want to find out the total magnetic induction, then what you have to do? You have to do the integration. Is it correct? Summation of the small magnetic inductions gives the total magnetic induction. Summation. Small dB is the magnetic induction due to small element whose length is dl. You see here, this is dl. This is dl. Small element length. Full length is L. Small element length is dl. Due to small element, the magnetic induction is dB. Full circle, due to full circular loop, magnetic induction is B. And instead of summation of the magnetic induction due to small elements gives the total magnetic induction. If you add the magnetic induction due to small elements, you will get the total magnetic induction. The summation is replaced with the integration in the mathematics. Right? Integration of the small value gives the big value. Right? Then integration. dB is what? Nu naught by 4 pi into ideal by capital R square we write. Here we can common something. That is the nu naught I by, not common, sorry. Constants we should write outside. What are the constants? Nu naught constant, 4 pi constant, capital R constant, I constant. Then we write outside nu naught I by 4 pi R square into integration dl we will get. What is integration dl? dl means what from the figure? You see the figure, dl is the small element on the circular loop. Integration dl means full circle loop you will get, full circle length you will get. Small element length is the dl. Integration dl means full length you will get, full length of the circle. Right? Yes or no? Let's go for the next step. That is B is equal to nu naught I by 4 pi R square into integration dl is what? Will you say? 2 pi R? Is it correct? Yes or no? Why? It is 2 pi R. dl is the small element length on the circle. Integration dl means full circle length you will get. Full circle length is the circumference. Circumference of the perimeter of the circle formula is 2 pi r, right? Yes or no? Okay, pi gets cancelled. R square gets cancelled. You will get the mu naught I in the numerator. In the denominator, we will get as 2 ja, 2 also we can cancel. 2 ja. Here r square will cancel. We will get as mu naught I by 2r. This is the magnetic induction.
सर आप हैं?
Yes.
मुझसे नहीं चाहिए.
5 मिनट.
नहीं वेट करें.
Hello? What? Okay, you see in the figure we are taking the theta is 90. Why? Theta is angle between what and what? Theta is angle between the r and dl. Okay, but in circle you see this is circle. dl is the small element. This is the radius. Smaller. Here I want to find out the magnetic induction. You see this smaller and dl is perpendicular. This is the dl. Small part on the circle is a straight line. That straight line is perpendicular to radius always. Radius is always perpendicular to point we are joining to the perimeter, right? Okay. This dl 90 we take here because dl perpendicular to r. dl is this one, small r is this one. Small r, how you are taking this as small r? Because small r means it is the point where we are finding the magnetic induction from the center of the element. Here we want to find out the magnetic induction at here. From the center of element, the distance is smaller. That smaller is perpendicular to dl in the figure. That dl perpendicular to r means theta is 90 degree. Perpendicular means 90 degree, right now? Understood? Safe? What tangent? Small part on the circle is a straight line. You can take it as tangent, but it's not tangent. It is a small part on the circle. You see here our earth is a sphere, na? Yes or no? I understood. We cannot take it as a tangent, but it is a small element. Small element. If you take the small element on the tangent means it is a touches at one point and it is a straight line. It touches at one point on the circle. But this is not a tangent. It is a small part on the circle. You take the small part, small area on the earth. Is it appears like circle? Is it appear like sphere? Huh? आप कहाँ रह रहा है वहां नीचे ग्राउंड स्पीयर तरीका दिखाई दे रहा है क्या? Small part on the earth appears like plane. Is it right? प्लेन तरीका दिखाई दे रहा है ना? वैसे सर्किल का ऊपर में छोटा पार्ट लेते तो बड़ा सर्किल में छोटा पार्ट लेते तो आपको स्ट्रेट लाइन तरीका दिखाई देगा. ये स्ट्रेट लाइन रेड कलर वाला स्ट्रेट लाइन है बट फिगर में नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है स्ट्रेट लाइन तरीका. बट बड़ा सर्किल लेके बहुत छोटा पार्ट लेते तो ये वाला स्ट्रेट लाइन तरीका दिखाई देगा, राइट? देन उस समय में ये स्ट्रेट लाइन ए स्मॉल आर को परपेंडिकुलर होगा. क्लियर? ओके.